Okay, welcome back, everybody. Third annual Cherokee County Baseball Softball Media Day. We'd like to first thank Mr. Tittle for allowing this to happen on such a spur of the notice kind of thing. Just happened real quick. Had to move it over here to Cherokee County, so we're thankful to him for that. We have here the young men warriors from here, Cherokee County, Coach Henderson and Bunch. Guys, introduce yourself, class, and position and stuff, and take off with it.
My name's Dagan Scott. I'm a senior. Kind of just played all over the field this year, but I like my role this year. So,
utility player.
Yeah. Malachi Horton. I'm a senior. I play right field and I play second base some.
Connor Wilson, senior, utility.
Hey, Coach Henderson, first year here as a head coach, and like they said, I'm a big believer of you don't have one position around here. If you can hit it, you're gonna be in the field somewhere. And all three of these guys have during practice, they're taking ground balls in the infield, fly balls in the outfield, on the mound, behind the plate. Some, I mean, big believer in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell us about some of your help, your assistants.
My junior high coaches, I got Coach Young and Coach Garmany. They have done a really, really good job for me. This is their first year coming back to be in part of the baseball program. Coach Young was doing softball, and obviously Coach Garmany was the head coach here. Can't thank them enough. They've done a great job with them. They're actually on an 8-game winning streak right now.
And they won last night.
Yeah, they
won back-to-back county tournaments. So that's been great. And B team level, I've got Coach Cothran, Coach Decker, Coach Masters, and also Coach Starr. They helped me with the B team and varsity. But they've been doing a phenomenal job for us. I can't thank them enough. Couldn't do it by myself, I promise you that.
They say those guys used to. That's just hard to believe.
Back in the 80s, when we were young, they used to have coaches that coached
one
baseball,
guy coach
football.
and then coach it by himself. I don't see how they did that.
You could probably do it, but the problem is everybody else you play has 4 or 5 coaches.
Mm-hmm.
If you was all only allowed one coach, I guess you could probably do it, but it wouldn't be as easy.
No, so wouldn't be as fun either.
Oh, tell us about your area. Who's all in the area this year?
Obviously us and Etowah, DAR, and North Jackson. Very good competition.
That's a good.
Etowah, they were in the finals last year. I want to say they were a foul ball away from winning the state championship.
Yep.
So they got a lot coming back.
Yep.
But always great coach. Coach Baum does an amazing job with them year in, year out. And North Jackson and DAR, I don't know too much about them just because they're so far away, but I do know they're very good programs, and they're going to show up and play. So we're in a tough spot, but I like our odds. I like where we're playing right now, and obviously we always got to get better, but it's going to be fun.
Now, last year, what was y'all's record last year? I mean, it was pretty good, wasn't it?
I think it was somewhere around what was it, 11 and 15.
But y'all had everybody coming back. All three of you started last year.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, he lost Walker
Pruitt,
and Tristan
Whitefield, and Gabe. Chester.
Yep.
Well, is Jeb Crane going to be able to come back and help you in this year?
Yeah, after his injury, obviously everybody knows
Right.
state championship game, he had it's crazy
A
what they
weird-
had to do,
yeah.
to him. They had reconstruct the whole entire thing. But I will say he's taking it serious. He's doing everything he can in his power to push himself to get back. And I want to say he's about a week or two
Good deal.
further along than they expected. So, but he's hungry. He's always
Right. Yes, sir.
ready to get healed as quick as he can.
Yeah, we've known Jeb, all these guys since baseball young, and I know he's ready to get back and play some baseball. Being you senior guys or juniors, you could say, you can also pitch in. Anybody could. There's some players that you looked up to, when you come in as freshmen, or maybe when you was on junior high team, varsity kids that you knew, like Jeb, Lockridge, or some of them, or Bronson, or I'm just naming some,
We'll start with you.
Mine is an 8th grader. I got pulled up to play varsity as an 8th grader. The guy I looked up to the most was Ethan Johnson.
Yep,
he kind of took me in when I was young, and he led me by the example that I try to lead by now.
Yeah, that whole group, Colin and Brewer, and they was good, man.
Yeah, pretty good.
They had a really good team. We put some of them together one summer. Coach Johnson did for Cedar Bluff. He had Ross and all those guys and made a travel team, and they would go to Tennessee and play. Man, they were waxing
They're
people.
pretty good.
Yes, they were really good. How about you?
Well, I got pulled up to JV my 8th grade year, so I was around all the upperclassmen at the time. So there for me, I was looking up to Blake Dobbs and
Yeah.
Ethan Johnson as well.
Yep. Good ballers.
Indeed.
You know, the same year that Ethan Johnson and all came through, Ethan Johnson was my pitching coach for about a year. So, I mean, I've always looked up to him, and it's kind of, he's molded me into the guy I am now.
What things did y'all notice about them, at a younger age that now that you get to pass along to, I guess, even the Reeds or, some of the younger guys on the team? And
I'll add this first
Yeah.
before they say anything. These guys, I can't thank them enough, because if they see a junior high player get a head down, now they're not even in the dugout, but if they're at the field and they see a kid, upset or disappointed in themselves, they're the first ones.
hey, man, get your head up. I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Let's
And
go.
they do a really, really good job with that.
Yeah, so those are some things that you learned from the guys you watched. What else? What other things you try to leave alone? Leave a little Connor dust, in the dugout.
The biggest thing for me when I was younger, being up with them, I got to see that they they did not take a single rep for granted. Every single rep they get, they gave their all at it, and that's something good to try to leave behind for the younger kids coming up, because younger kids are going to look up to the older guys.
That's right. Yep.
Have fun all the time. Don't take anything for granted. That's the biggest thing.
And it's weird because now you're the older guys.
Yeah.
I know, and you kind of don't think about it, but you have to remember, what you're doing, and if you're out there and you make a bad play and you pound your glove or, flop your hat, or they're seeing you do those things, so it's good.
Coach, no.
Yeah, what's things y'all carry with you to?
Biggest thing for me that I try to leave is high energy. Game's always going to be more fun when you're having fun, having high energy. So that's just my big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked how they played with fire, and they wasn't sitting around. There wasn't a moment that they wasn't sitting there, not doing anything, not saying anything. They always played with a lot of energy and intensity.
Now that class, they felt like they were going to win when they were putting chalk on the field. When they come out, I watched those guys play, and they felt like we're going to win this game.
How deep did they go to the semifinal?
Yeah, they lost. Bronson was pitching that last year, and they lost to Madison Academy. Yeah, I was there. I was here. Boy, I was mad too. Because I heard, I see the kids grow like I have seen these, and it just bothers you, because the time they put in, and
That might have been one of those years they won it in all three. Madison
I
Academy.
think it was. We
Oh,
went
really?
to the football game. Yeah.
Yeah. They put 70 on. All right, that's enough about Madison Academy. Coach, what's your background?
My background, where you want to start?
Well, where are you from?
I'm from Alexandria High School. I
Okay.
graduated from there in 2009. After I graduated, I took a year off, and then decided I wanted to get back playing again. So I went to Gaston State Community College, played there for a year till they shut the program down. Eventually, didn't go back and play anything else. Went to Jacksonville State, graduated from there. But in the meantime, after I played, Andy Shaw from Alexandria High School asked me to come out and help volunteer coach, and that's where I kind of got my feet wet.
The
for
bug
first
bit you.
time.
You was like, you know what?
Oh yeah,
I gotta do
for
this.
sure, man. And that's something that I didn't realize at the time, but being around young men and trying to lead them the right way, it keeps me humble and draws me in. I was at Alexandria 5 years volunteering, then I went to Sachs for 2 years to help West Ginn at Sachs for 2 years, and then 3 years at Ohatchee with Blake Jennings. And then I've been here, this is my first year as the head baseball coach.
Okay.
Now, for you guys, before we end, what's some memories of something that just, what do you think of when you think, Warrior baseball? What's the first thing you think of?
First thing probably for me, first thing that I think of about Warrior baseball is, what was it, our 10th grade year? Was playing the area championship against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It was my 10th grade year. We were playing Jacksonville for the area championship here. and I made the last 2 outs by running back from second base, catching the ball
Oh,
over
yeah.
my head like this, turning around
remember
and
that.
throwing the ball back to first.
I remember that. Yeah.
Your other guys got any?
Mine's probably, it was my 8th grade year. We were playing White Plains in a big area series. They took game 1, we took game 2. I hit a walk-off double off the wall in dead center, and Ethan Johnson scored from first.
That's
For
good.
me, it's been this whole week because I lost my grandfather this past Tuesday,
Yes, sir.
and it's been so special how much the team has loved on me and my family,
Mhm.
and I'm not gonna be able to forget it.
Yes, sir.
It's good stuff.
Good.
Well, you had a good showing today.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll continue on then, and we'll see you guys later on tonight.
That sounds good.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Thank
Yeah.
y'all for having me.
Yeah, good
Thank
luck.
you.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.